Welcome my friends, welcome back to Project TAS. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. If you've watched any of my previous videos, thank you for returning to my channel. Today we're doing another Blake 7 episode review from Season 1. As always, I will point out that this review will inevitably touch upon certain plot elements of this episode and may even reveal developments for the series of Blake 7 as a whole. So if you haven't seen this episode or anything else in terms of Blake 7, a huge spoiler alert is in order in case you wish to do a bit of Blake 7 catch up prior to watching this review. You have been warned. Right, let's get to it, shall we? There are better episodes in the Blake 7 saga. Hell, there may be better episodes in Season 1. But with Project Avalon, we finally get the toe-to-toe fight between Blake and his crew and the Federation that we've all been waiting for. Or that I've been waiting for anyway. Not subbing a Federation base for a lunatic-infested church like in Cygnus Alpha, or running into the base unopposed and unnoticed, as in Time Squad. And while we all might want to laugh at the crummy production and visuals and editing and the fact very few Blake 7 directors ever seem to be able to do a battle or fight scene very well, somehow it still works. And in fact, those aspects are done pretty well here. Well, kind of well. Finally seeing the shoot 'em up between the two enemy gangs, as it were, and say what you want about the way it's all put together. It's exciting, it's tense, and it still works with a very clever and completely unexpected twist. Throw in Servalan and Travis and the cardboard robot with the flammable Wii, and you've got everything you need from Blake 7. The plot is a relatively simple one. Blake and co have to rescue a resistance leader from the clutches of the evil Travis, who has formed his own deviously cunning plan to take out Blake and friends with the help of a rather unpleasant and more realistic looking robot, and an even more unpleasant pathogen. I suppose this one is the one that I wanted to see in other episodes. As I've mentioned before, something like this could have been used for Cygnus Alpha, instead of the shouty religious figures. The people who aren't really on board with Seek, Locate, Destroy may have preferred to see something like this when it came to rescuing Callie, instead of the crafty teleport trick, and in terms of traps for Blake, this is perhaps what a totalitarian federation might fork out to catch a serious rebel threat, instead of sending endless pursuit ships after an invincible and uncatchable ship. Yes, I'm being a bit mean to other episodes I like, but that's how much I like Project Avalon. In light of the fact that the next 3 episodes after this would be combination episodes of 2 stories in one, some would be okay, others really not. With Project Avalon, it's nice to see a good cohesive story with a beginning, middle and an end, told without any excess fat. Blake's battle in this episode is where he finally really sticks it to the Federation. It's only the second time we see Servalan, and she now comes face to face with Blake for the first time, and he wins. Travis is already losing with regard to Blake. Servalan tells him as much when they first meet each other. This would appear to be his last chance to get Blake, and Blake wins again. Poor old Travis. This episode is able to open up the excitement levels as well, and not just through the shootout sequences. The tension is palpable as our heroes move through the mass of bodies from Travis's latest slaughter, and as they move through the cold, wet tunnels. There's also a much more realistic approach to the opening of the doors from Villa. Not realistic in that I've ever seen any of that equipment used to open a door before, but at least it takes them a bit longer to open a door than the usual 4 to 5 seconds. And while the robot is just as hilarious as it was in Seek, Locate, Destroy, the actors' fear and desperate pressing up against the wall makes us just as afraid as they are. The guest characters are very good. Avalon may be a little young to be a resistance leader, but that doesn't stop Julia Vidver from delivering the part very confidently, and David Bailey's fantastic Shevna blends in seamlessly with the rest of the escape committee. John Baker's slimy scientist is also a memorable character, if only seen sporadically, and who'd have thought that Glynis Barber would be promoted from Mutoid in this episode to season regular Sulin in Series 4? Mind you, given the limitations of Sulin, Ms. Barker may well prefer this role in her Blake 7 experience, but we'll get to Series 4 in due course. Is this a perfect episode? No. There are the inevitable production issues that you find in any Blake 7 episode. The gap between Callie about to alert the away team about the approaching pursuit ships and Blake's bracelet finally going off needed a rethink in the edit suite.
We must tell Blake.
And how Avon established the Federation weapon had a low energy discharge with just one look at it is a mystery. Either the Federation guards didn't notice it themselves, or they accepted that they were not going to be able to defend themselves when it came to the breakout. Or is it that they weren't told about the impending breakout? and Travis and Servalan knew that they were sending about a dozen Federation troopers to their deaths. No, hang on. Mind you, the guards would still have noticed the low power level of their gun, wouldn't they? Oh well, like I say, not perfect. In relation to these weapons, Travis making such a comment about the guard's new gun is one of several subtle references to the grand plan that he has concocted on this occasion, which we don't learn about until we see fake Avalon beating up real Gan and Avon taking the side of a face-off. A not so subtle part of the plan is when we see the poor labour grade being guinea-pigged into a grisly death at the hands of the pathogen that Servalan has had put together at great cost. That sequence is really good, by the way, even if the production of it is rather old-fashioned. The fact there are all these clues that hint at but don't reveal what is to come, right up to Shevna's suspicious look at Avalon. We don't know it's a suspicious look until we re-watch the episode. We're even led to believe that Shevna is the baddie. But when we go through it again, all these little signs and exchanges make sense. Clever. I liked it. And I really liked how Blake put both parts of the plan back against Servalan and Travis. Again, he could have just killed them all, but this really would not have been very Blake of him, would it? So, Project Avalon, what am I giving it? Well, I maintained that Seek, Locate, Destroy was deserving of the 3 stars I gave it, despite people's opinions to the contrary, and not a guilty pleasure. I don't think that Project Avalon is either, but maybe my award of 4 stars out of 4 is more to do with wanting this kind of episode since I first started watching the episodes in chronological order, and for me it absolutely delivered. Yes, I know people are going to disagree massively with such an allocation of stars, but this one doesn't stop. It's the action story the series needed. The show and our heroes have their confidence, and it's all hell for leather. It is hugely entertaining from the off, and its conclusion with Servalan's ordering of launching of the pursuit ships is brilliant. No one is going to stop. Even after the episode is over, the battle continues. Excellent. I even like the production. Yes, I am singing the praises of the production of a Blake 7 episode. Yes, I said we would be laughing at instances of the fight scenes, the robot is a comedy piece, and people are on the fence as to the inner workings effect of the Avalon robot, but unlike other episodes, these don't take anything away from the overall episode. There's nothing in the episode that looks like it's filmed in gasworks or borrowed a set from another BBC production. The Wookiee Hole Caves work perfectly well as an alien location, better than the quarries and the forests and the beaches ever did, and the Federation prison base is at least original. I mean, it's an original set, not a disused office block. Add to that the character interactions, both from the baddies as well as the goodies. I personally am not surprised that this ended up being novelised, along with aspects of Seek, Locate, Destroy, Duel, Deliverance, and Aurak. Others are surprised. Fair enough. Blake comes up against the best the Federation could throw at him and the others, and through not only his command of the most powerful ship in the galaxy, he comes through it with strength, cunning, resourcefulness, and even a little detective work. Blake is now the freedom fighter he was born to be. No more introductory plot, no more additions to the crew are needed, not for now anyway. Blake, and by extension Blake 7, are now the completed article. And while the fight isn't over yet, Servalan says as much when she launches the pursuit ships after the Liberator, we see no reason why Blake can be stopped. He, like his mighty ship, are untouchable right now. He said in the way back he was coming back. Well, it may not be Earth, but this is what we wanted to see, and man did we get it. That concludes my review on Project Avalon. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video, please share this video, please subscribe to my channel, and please look out for other Blake 7 reviews that I've done. And I was wondering, Blake, why you have such stupid looking clothing?
I was about to ask you that.